Hello, welcome back. This is take 2 of the 11th session of my online singing community. Sorry for everybody who logged on. I had some technical difficulties. Our internet doesn't cope when it's windy for some reason. Fingers crossed we can make it through, and if you're not logging on now, that you can catch up with this video a little bit later. We were working yesterday on relaxed breathing. Today we're going to work on quick breathing, the kind of breath that you need to take in between phrases. Okay, let's start with a stretch. For this one, better if you can stand up. I'm just going to do it seated for now. Let your arms hang just behind your shoulders. If you can, don't over-rotate so it's uncomfortable, and just look up at the ceiling. Try and release your shoulders so your arms are hanging downwards. And this stretches your neck really well as those shoulder blades. Excellent. Come back up to the middle. Now give yourself a nice tight hug and roll your head down. Let your spine follow. So you're getting a stretch, not just along your spine, but also across your shoulder blades because of that tight hug. And come back up to the middle. And now, because our exercises are about breathing, our sound of the day is a breathing sound, and I just want you to stick your tongue out and pant like a dog to get that breathing apparatus moving. Excellent. I think I look like a demented Labrador, but never mind. All right, yesterday we were working on the relaxed breath, and we were doing that by checking in with how we breathe when we talk. To do that, we had an exercise where we thought about the kind of breath we need to take if we're making an announcement to a large crowd without amplification, and a weighty announcement. Like I said, sometimes I have decided to resign. These days I'm using I am going to the beach. So say that, make it a big announcement to your whole street. I am going to the beach. That breath you took at the beginning, that's the breath we're calling the pronouncement breath. Now, you don't have the time always to take a breath like that, nice and prepared, serious, solid, in between phrases. You need to be able to take a quick breath, but we do that plenty of times in speech as well, mostly when we're interrupting someone or when we're just in the moment and not wanting to break our own flow. So, make your pronouncement again, then take a really quick breath and interrupt yourself like this. I am going to the beach, but you can't. Try. I am going to the beach, but you can't. That's your quick breath. Now, to practice your quick breath and to see how far you can get on that airstream, say the whole alphabet, keep it nice and connected, and stop somebody from interrupting you when you get to the end before you start again. I'll show you what I mean. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Don't interrupt me. A, B, C, D, E. You get the picture. You start with a pronouncement breath. Keep it connected. Get to the end. Quick breath. Don't interrupt me. And round you go. 3 times. Give it a try. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Don't interrupt me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Don't interrupt me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. How did you go? If that was easy for you, slow the alphabet down and try it again. Let's return to our relaxed breath and do some singing just on vowels like this. And now to practice getting a bit further on that breath and our alphabet and our quick breath. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, and that's the alphabet. Okay? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, and that's the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, and that's the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, and that's the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, and that's the alphabet. Faster. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, that's the alphabet. I didn't make it all the way through that one. Let's try another one. With a pronouncement breath, we'll do 2 more. As it gets higher, I find it harder to get through to the end. So I need to do 2 things at this point in time. I need to think about not letting all the air out at the beginning, A, B, C, D. I'm really thinking about the end. And I also need to think about keeping the sound forward, especially at the top. So I'm not letting all my air out by using my sound inefficiently. We were here. All right. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, and that's the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, and that's the alphabet. Okay, often when you run out of air, it's because you're putting too much effort into the beginnings of phrases or to the text. So hopefully you get a bit further if you think about those things. Let's have a sing of Whaley Whaley, which is the piece we're working on this week. Practicing that quick breath between phrases. Let's sing the tune just to Lou. So it goes. Lou, 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 Remember not to let too much go at the beginning of the phrase. Now, let's try the first verse with the words, still thinking about that quick breath. We'll sing the first verse and we'll sing the second verse. Sorry, not the second verse. The second verse is a bit depressing. Let's go with the slightly less depressing verse, which is verse number 7. The words for that start with, there is a ship sailing on the sea. So it's the bottom line of text on that first page. Verse 1, verse 7. Keep your vowels tall. Don't put so much into the text that you lose all of your air. And practice that quick breath so you can have a nice long note at the end. The water is wide, I cannot get off, and neither have I wings to fly. Oh, go and get me some little boat to carry home my true love and I. Verse 7. There is a ship sailing on the sea. She's loaded deep as deep can be, but not so deep as in love I am. To cannot if I sink or swim. One more time, the first verse, and we'll go just a little slower so you can practice just extending that breath a bit further. Take more time between the phrases to breathe if you need to. The water is wide, I cannot get on, and neither have I wings to fly. Oh, go and get me some little boat to carry on my true love and I. Tomorrow we're going to be working on some physical tips and tricks to help sustain phrases for a bit longer, and we'll keep using Whaley Whaley for that because it's a good slow song for the purpose. I hope you have a beautiful afternoon and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks.